There seems to be some sort of issue somewhere. I don't entirely know where it might be. It's quite possible it's with my computer.
Back up for me.
Hello everyone, I think we're back. Hopefully it stays back. Right. We were outside the burned building. Siege just discovered this window which had a... it was boarded up, but the boards were clearly some sort of hinge thing. And upon closer inspection, it was clear this was being used as an entrance or exit by other people. You're all trotted over there. Snow is still casting her magical spell. And after the time it takes to investigate this, move everyone across and discuss what's going on, Snow, your magical spell finishes. And you can't detect any magic or any magical entities within the 60 feet of the radius of that spell, except the people in your party. Basically, some of them are radiating magic. You can feel some magic coming from people like Harzana, who's blowing up people occasionally. You feel that power radiating from her. You feel some power radiating from Sir Tristan. It seems to be coming perhaps from the sword on his back. You're not really sure. The detect magic's not so arrow focused, but nothing on this building particularly stands out to you.
All right, so I share that with the party that I'm not detecting anything abnormal or unusual, and then the moment I start detecting something, I will let them know.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is what I might pay, I guess. I'm gonna check the entrance for traps. Just bear with me a second. Sleight of hand.
Yeah, if you're doing checking the entrance for traps, then it would be investigation.
Okay. $18.
So you go up and you sort of have a good look around, and you find it's not really like a trap. More so, it's like a nail with some like a piece of hair attached to it. That is probably being used to like a really simple way to see if someone has been in and out of this building before. The hair is currently broken, so it's hard to tell whether or not it's been broken just now or whether it's been broken in the past. But it is it's basic rudimentary stuff that you would have picked up as like a street kind of person over the years. Ways like if you're hiding in this place, find out if someone's come into your stash while you're away thieving elsewhere and so on. Nothing so much as like an actual dangerous trap, but more just like, hey, let's find out if people have been here before.
Okay. Has anyone in the party got hair similar to what's on the trap?
Are you asking me this?
Yes.
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Not sure if someone's been in before us, or if me investigating triggered this, but there's a hair trap over the door, just by way of entrance, checking. Nothing too major. But I'll happily lead the way and keep an eye out for other traps if you want to hang behind me, Snow. Check the magic. Alright. Is the entrance high enough that Snow and Taz can easily reach it, being the shorter members of the party?
Yeah, it's just standard window height. I'm just quickly going to restart the Foundry server because I think that might be what's causing my computer issues because it's lagging for me. So I'm going to restart that server because I started up earlier on before I went out so that it would be up.
That's fine.
Okay, look.
No, the window is about standard window height. Any competent dwarf and or tabaxi could easily climb through such a height. It's only about 3.5 feet off the ground.
Alright, after me then. And I'll head in.
I'm just logging in my Foundry stuff again now. So the world should be coming online any moment now. You'll have to re-log in.
I wonder how many of these buggers are down here.
What do you mean, buggers?
I mean, naughty people. Sorry. It's a thing from back home.
Keep your eyes on your job.
Aye, well, hopefully I'll be able to see what's going on. Have you got any magical methods of detection at all? So, I mean, I know Rain's doing her spell, but Hazan, have you got any magical means of detection? Anything that will help alert us to people?
Not that I have prepared.
Okay, servers, we should be back up, by the way.
What do you mean by that? Sorry, you're prepared. You not just have spells ready.
Well, the nature can provide me with many sorts of spells, but I can only commune with some of them each day. Can't keep them all in my head in one day.
Okay. It's useful to know,
So
thank
each
you.
morning I pick the ones I think will be useful.
Right, okay.
So every day you forget stuff. You need to get that checked out. It's good to hear. If you forget everything from the day before, it's really bad.
It's not that I forget it, it's that I need to channel the power.
Oh wait, where do you get
I'd
your
like to
power
get it.
from?
From nature, from the stars.
Oh.
What happens if you can't see the stars, or there's no nature around you? What happens then?
Well, that just because I can't see nature or can't see the stars doesn't mean they aren't there.
But does like proximity to that not affect your powers? It seems kind of cool that you can just be like, I can't see anything, but I can still use all my wizard spells.
Proximity to the stars.
Or nature, there's both.
Up there.
Yes, all the way up there, Sir Tristan. Or nature, you know.
Well,
I mean, an easy solution would to pick a flower and bring it with you. Then you have nature all around you.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good idea,
just
Taz.
shapeshift to a bird so you can get closer to the stars and you're stronger, right?
I'm sure the stars are further away than any bird can reach.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how
but
do you
surely
know?
if you're a bit closer, that'll help, right?
Alright, I'll go and find a mountain and sit up there and wait.
Dang, you're gonna be so strong, girl.
I mean, if what you can do is, like, from where you are at the moment, get up of a mountain, you'll be able to move the mountain. It'll be amazing.
Alright, be right back and I'll come with a mountain.
You're not going to join us on this first. I mean, the mountain's going to be there regardless, so you can go find it
Yeah.
afterwards, right?
We gotta save that dude's son.
Or not, as the case may be.
Yes, so my point being is that like, it's hard to understand its nature and it has its own way of doing things, but right now I just make use of the things I can make use of. And we have something to do, so I can worry about the mountains in the next century or something like that. I have plenty of time.
Well, maybe after this we can go find one with you. Or what happens if we get up in one of those airships? Is that the same thing? Does that get to, like, a better height?
It does.
I wonder how high up those can go.
Were we supposed to get on those
High
flying
enough
things?
that you freeze to death.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun. I mean, I wonder if I can go higher than you guys, because, like, my blood is ridiculously warm.
How does that work?
Infernal Legacy, part demon. Sue me.
No, not that part. The higher. Yeah, going higher than us.
Oh, you mean when you go high it gets cold? I've no idea, Hazana.
No. You
Well,
said
what do you mean?
You were wondering if you can go higher than us.
Because he can stay warm longer, so therefore he can go higher where it's colder.
Yeah, that one.
Joe has
I thought he was
to
going
keep
to
her
blow up
warm.
like a balloon or something.
I don't
I
think
mean,
anyone
I-
can go to the moon.
Just staring daggers at Hazard this entire time.
But if we have something to do, then we can discuss the metaphysical powers of nature.
Oh, great. We'll go for a drink in the Shatter Cup afterwards and have a talk about this. Let's get on then.
Like maybe if we spend a decade or two, I can teach you some of these tricks.
That would be fun.
A decade or two? Nah, you're right.
That's a decade.
10
Alright.
years.
Who's going in first?
Yeah,
Siege is.
I'll go in first, so I don't have to listen to this.
So, Siege, I'm assuming you're just like ready to go in. You see,
ready to go in
you
and
see
out.
Sir Tristan
Sweet.
make a move. He shakes his head. You hear his armor sort of clink, and he goes to go in.
Out of the way, Clatterbottom. Let me go first.
Okay, so you push this thing. It swings back, and you're able to like climb through without too much difficulty into the building. It's quite dark inside, despite the fact that the roof is caved in on the second floor. There's not much light coming through some of the cracks into the first floor here where you are. The shafts of light coming through the windows. You can see like lots of dust in the air picked up by the light in these shafts of light coming through, and you can smell the. Even though it's clearly not like super recent, you can still smell the burned wood, the singed stuff around you as you are in this burned out husk of a building.
Siege, he'll hold the window up for the rest of the party to come through, particularly Snow, since she's doing the detect magic stuff.
What was that, Snow?
I was making a detect magic animation.
Okay. So you're all climbing through this window one at a time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So after a bit of clinking and clunking, as heavily armored people climb through a window, you're all standing in this room. The smell of the burnt out building fills your nostrils. It's eerily silent, and it is quite dark in here. Those without dark vision would be struggling to see, other than where the shafts of light are illuminating. But if you've ever been in a building that is so dark and so dusty, the shafts of light, there's so much dust in the air, it's making it really hard to see through the dust in this building.
Does anyone want a visual aid? I don't need it myself, but does anyone need to see? No? Okay. So, I'm going to go check by the altar, because I guess that's where a lot of the important stuff is. And anyone else want to see if they can find an entrance?
I'm sorry, just to
Where do you want
clarify,
to go?
hand on head, altar? Question mark.
Oh, it's not. Sorry. I thought it was a church that we're in. It's just a burnt out building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I just assumed church completely. Sorry, that's my bad totally. All right. Yeah. So, Siege will look around and try and find something that either leads below ground, I guess, because there's going to be nothing above. It's all burnt out, so have to go down.
Okay. So are you searching from room to room for this?
Yeah, going slowly and checking for traps.
Okay. Give me an investigation. And Harzana, yes?
Just saying that I'll give him guidance.
Okay. So plus guidance,
What's guidance? Sorry.
a 1d4.
I'm
I'm
Where do I
trying
find-
to click the thingy, but it doesn't.
Oh yeah, D4 down the bottom. That's my first nat 1 of the campaign, today's session, so that'll go on.
Do you have to do
Temp pressure
squats or
later.
whatever?
Yeah,
So
we'll
you-
do it in a bit.
you
We'll
feel-
do it in a little bit.
You feel the stars slightly nudge you towards the right direction as Harzana's magic gently prods you along in your investigations. You go through from room to room, checking slowly for traps. You find a couple other indications that people have perhaps been here before. It looks like maybe a little like sleeping area that has been sort of like made in one of the rooms. You find a couple of little bits and pieces kind of stashed, nothing of any intrinsic value, but maybe from what you would gather, Siege, this looks like somewhere that maybe some street urchins have maybe made into a bit of a hideout or a home at some point over the last while. Searching around, you specifically mentioned you were looking for ways down to below this level, and in doing so, you find a part of the floor where there's the boards don't go the full length of the room. They seem to be quite short and almost like in a line, and with a bit of prying with your dagger, you can quite clearly make out this is the edge of a trapdoor that was perhaps previously covered up by a rug or something else to obscure it, but with that gone and with the burned wood around, you can make out the edges of this trapdoor in one of the back rooms.
Folks, over here, there's a trapdoor, and I'll keep the voice fairly low. Everyone ready?
Have I detected any magic going near this trapdoor?
So you detected a burst of magic when Siege started looking for this, and after a bit of sort of like figuring around, the source of magic seemed to be coming from your comrade Harzana.
But otherwise, nothing?
Otherwise, nothing.
Alright, I show that at the party. It's indicating that I'm ready to go.
Is the necklace doing anything?
I was just about to ask.
So the necklace
Oh, yeah.
I think Snow still has the necklace, if I'm not mistaken. So Snow, you do actually, it's probably worth mentioning, you do feel a slight magical influence on this necklace. There's definitely magic involved here. But when you hold it, it seems to be pulling very loosely here. Like previously it was like pulling towards a direction, but in this building it doesn't seem to be particularly pulling. Once Siege points out this trapdoor to you, you're like, well, hang on, I guess it's pulling down. You probably wouldn't really see it pulling that much, if that makes sense. So you're like, oh, actually, yeah, this does make sense.
Alright, I point that out to the party that the necklace agrees with Siege's assessment.
Alright, down, deeper and down then. And
Do you hear anything from down there?
If you're listening to hear anything, then that'd be a perception.
But I ask Siege about it.
I've not heard anything, but I'll happily I'll stick an ear to the ground. 2 6.
You can't really make out anything from here, and now your ear is slightly sooty.
I mean, I'm grey anyway, so it doesn't make much difference. I can't hear much. There doesn't appear to be anything moving around. There's no voices down there. Let's head on down, I guess. I'll check the trap door for traps before I open it, just in case.
Okay. So that'd be an investigation if you're checking for traps.
Ooh.
So you run the dagger around the edge, and you don't seem to find any traps. Looks perfectly safe.
Siege will open the trapdoor.
So you use the dagger. Use the dagger to like wedge it in, and then you like sort of work it a bit, and then you get your little hooked clawed fingers in there, and you manage to sort of pull this up. I'm assuming you've hooked clawed fingers, and then you pull this up, and it's like dust falls from it. It's clearly not been moved recently, at least not as recently as the signs of habitation that you found in some of the other rooms. And you pull this thing up. The hinge was like a wooden hinge with a metal bolt through it to keep it in there. That's kind of like all burned away, and it crumbles as you pull it up. So the trapdoor itself doesn't just like open; it kind of like breaks and comes off, like almost like lifting like a drain cover off.
Well, I'm guessing for the dust that's settled here, this has been used for a while. So whatever those priests were up to, they didn't come this way. Let's head on down.
Why do we go down if they're not here?
Because the necklace that was given to Snow is indicating that the counterpart is downstairs.
The necklace is pulling us that way.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
what
best
if he
there.
just fell down and died down below, and now we're doing the same thing?
Well, at least we'll be able to recover the body because we're not all going to fall down the same.
Not
Well, one
that
of us
we're
might.
dead.
Well, one of us
we'll
might.
let Siege jump first, and then if he dies, then we know not to jump.
Sure.
Thanks, though.
Wait, why don't I jump first? Why don't I jump first? I land on my feet.
I mean, is there a ladder or stairs down below?
There are rungs of a ladder, metal rungs. So the wood is replaced very quickly with stone, as it's a circular tunnel going down into the ground with metal rungs into it.
Alright, I'll go down first again. Snow, keep that spell up, and we'll see what happens. And if anyone sees anything moving below me, feel free to shove one of your star spears up its ass, Hazana, because those did a good job before. Arrows, sorry. So yeah, Siege will go down the entrance.
Okay, so Siege, you climb down this ladder, and you make it. 1 second, I just need to do something. Can I? Yes, so you should see a different scene now. Are you on it, Siege?
Waiting for it to load, it's still at 90%. It's stuck. Ithaca, it's stuck! Why isn't it loading, Ithaca?
I don't know. Is it on now?
Well, I feel like Foundry is a bit slow for me
Just
as
gonna-
well.
If it's slow, it's because it's running slow on my computer because it's self-hosted. So
Just
it, does,
refreshing the web page, 2 secs.
it is possible it's running slow.
I mean, we
Okay.
can still look into it, me hosting it for you.
Yeah, that might still be an option.
I'm not sure if you can hear them, but I have 3 servers running at the moment upstairs.
Just waiting for Wrath to confirm whether or not you can see.
Yeah, it's still loading at the moment, dude.
Okay,
I
I'll
can't
describe
load
it.
my character sheet. Okay.
Okay, I'll describe. So you have climbed down into through this narrow tunnel. It's you hear like water dripping, and it's quite narrow on your side with this rusted sort of rungs, and you're climbing down, and then you go to step down to the next rung, and your feet kind of almost swing into nothingness as the rungs stop below you, and you're able to like lower yourself down into quite a large, wide sewer tunnel by the looks of things. Do you see yourself now?
No, still didn't, dude.
Mine's loaded, but I have no visibility.
You have no visibility, yeah, because you don't have a token on it, because I didn't put
Exactly.
because you're not there. Yes.
Otherwise, it seems like it's fine.
Okay.
Ah, there we go.
Excellent.
Oh, I've got half of it.
Yeah. So you're in this large open underground sewer system in the middle. So there's like 2 walkways along either side. The tunnel is circular or cylindrical, I should say, and appears to have 2 like walkways along the edges of either side. In the middle, it's a drop down about sort of maybe 10 feet into the trough where water and sludge and stuff is running through it, and you're standing on the edge of one of those where the ladder has kind of deposited you. Do you see the map on Foundry? Yeah.
I do, yeah. I've got my back against like a grey grid. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
correct.
cool. Okay,
So
yeah,
that's
that's fine. Yeah.
that's like a grating along there that prevents
Okay,
you
yeah,
from going
that's cool.
further.
Yeah. I'll call up. We're in the sewer, guys. There's the ladder stops, final rung, and then you drop down into a small sewer. If you're coming down, mind your feet, Snow. You might get a tad wet.
Snow, being a cat, leaps into the sewer and lands gracefully, like a cat.
Okay, so it's a good 20 feet down. So, are you sure you want to do that?
Would I instinctively know how much damage I would take if I fumbled on my fall?
I mean, you don't technically know how deep it is. You're just jumping into a hole blind that someone shouted down, "It's all good."
Well, 20 feet, I would be able to see it because I have night vision, right? So, I should be
Sure.
able to see Siege down there.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna gamble it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So if you're just jumping straight down, it's going to be a dexterity saving throw to see if you can do a cat's grace and land on your feet.
All right, I can't open my my character sheet. So is it just the D20 plus my Dex modifier?
Yeah, and as per the stream, I think your dex is. Oh, I can't see, it's too small.
Actually, it won't let me
No.
type either. I'll refresh.
She's not bad, so she's proficient in the Dex saves, right?
That's a good point, probably.
I'm
Is
refreshing.
it being really slow for everyone, is it, Foundry?
Working now for me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I
It just
just.
loaded for me.
I had to do a refresh though.
Okay. Did you refresh it once I restarted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so mine refreshed. It doesn't say sewers are loading, but I can't pull up my character sheet.
Yeah, probably loading the sewers so your character sheet doesn't load. You need to wait until the sewers load. That
I will,
works.
I will roll it on your behalf. So you're
Okay.
doing a dexterity saving throw. So you make a 16 on your dexterity save.
Yeah.
So for the rest of you up top, you just saw Siege climb slowly down to this pit, and you hear him shout up, guys, it's fine, it's a sewer. And Snow just does a sort of like cartoon character style thing, like whoop, phew, straight down, like a little flip, like phew, down the hole. And Siege at the bottom, you're standing there, and then this puffy white cat butt just goes thump into the top of the tube where you've just climbed down, and then lands next to you on all fours, perfectly as she intended to. There's a little bit of scuff on the side of your chongus butt, Snow, where you sort of
Heck yeah.
touch the sides on the way down, but you managed it. You've got to the bottom.
Easy.
Nice bloody move, Snow.
So Snow,
I'm a cat.
you will also see this. So I'm going to move you over, Siege, so that the people coming down can land
Okay.
there.
Well, I'll probably go and stand on like the side if that's okay, on the raised bit.
You're
Might
standing on the
cause
raised
problem
bit.
for me.
You're standing on the raised bit. It's 10
Oh, okay.
it's 10 feet across to the other side. If you wanted to jump it, it's not particularly difficult. A running
Like
jump.
standing in the middle.
Yeah, running jump would be easier, but you could definitely still probably jump it with a little bit of effort.
Oh, okay, so it's actually I've come down onto the paved walkway on the side of it. I thought I was actually in the sewer bed.
No. So the ladder is essentially coming down here where I'm just drawing. You see it?
I gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll be on the side then like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't put you in the sewage. Jeez, come on.
Well, that's what it looked like.
Okay, so who else is heading down the sewer pipes?
Can we sit down?
Those of you with dark vision can
Oh.
probably see people below you waving up.
So Tess saw Snow landed perfectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's doing the same thing because he thinks it's okay.
Okay.
Oh
Keep
no.
drop.
Okay. On you go. Jump straight down. It'll be a dexterity save. I'm not convinced that a barbarian dwarf is going to be able to do this anyway. Okay, so you don't bounce off the sides on the way down, so you land exactly straight, having just dropped 20 feet directly onto the ground. Your shins, meanwhile, are not very happy with you, and you feel your legs crunch as you land directly, having fallen 20 feet. Give me an athletics check to see if you can resist your legs being crushed. So you, if you're landed super hard and like you can't help but like you basically knee yourself in the chin, and you don't take any damage from falling because you managed to cushion it enough, but you're really off balance by landing like that, and you actually fall off the edge of the little walkway that on into the kind of like the sewage below, and you land splat in it. It's quite gooey. It's not very liquid at this point. It's obviously dried out. There's not much running liquid through here. It's quite thick, with maybe 3 Cs, maybe 4 Cs. But yeah, you've landed splat in that, and you are about 5-10 feet below the level of the walkway the other guys are standing on.
Well, Taz has been inside of the ooze, so there's nothing different. So
Yeah, you are coated in excrement. You have disadvantage on all charisma checks, and when you attempt to persuade or charm people until you have a shower. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
I believe it's me.
Would you like to climb down like a normal person, or would you like to jump down as well?
I will carefully climb down, not trying to bump into anything that could make my dress dirty.
Okay. You can do so successfully without any rolls. You have made it
And
to the
then,
bottom.
When I reach the bottom, I'll like wrinkle my nose and I'll be like, "Ugh. Why did you always have to go down here?"
That's just Taz, lass.
And Sir Tristan, are you coming?
I'm gonna climb down very carefully.
Okay.
I'm gonna complain the whole time.
At the moment,
This is brutal.
you get
And it's
towards
not-
the bottom, but Harzana is still standing at the bottom, so you have to wait for her to move.
Would he see her?
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming you can look between your legs and see you're walking onto a person.
Yeah, but it's dark.
I mean, there's enough light in. Actually, no, there's no light in here. So Tristan, is very dark. You can't see.
Reasonable. I'll add that to my list of complaints.
Hang on a minute.
I light a little flame in the palm of my hand.
Okay, so Tristan, you can see.
That's
right.
What you see is a coated brown figure in the trough in front of you. For a moment, you feel your heart jump. This is some sort of creature that needs to be vanquished, and you go to draw your sword before you realise that the empty stare looking back at you is that of none other than Tazros, your ally, your compatriot, looking up at you. Tazros, you're like 10 feet below them. You can't reach the edge.
Hazana, you mentioned before that you can help with getting rid of nasty things on people, right?
Yeah, but there's no point doing it while you're still standing in it.
Fair comment. How's your stink, mate?
Now move.
I mean, can you help me then, Siege? Get out of here.
I'll rope to him.
Okay, so you lower this rope down into the excrement below. Tazros, are you just climbing up this rope?
Well, if this PvP is not allowed, but I want to ask if it's okay if I pull you in.
If you pull me in, lad, I'm going to set you on fire.
Okay, Taz will climb up.
Okay, so in this this cavern, this sewer system that you're all in, you can hear the trickle and the drip 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 and the echo of flowing liquid moving through tunnels. You occasionally hear other noises. It's too difficult to really make out what it is. It's just noises and occasional things. But other than that, it's quite quiet in here. The sound of the flowing liquid does somewhat muffle distant sounds as it echoes through the tunnel. It makes it quite difficult to hear exactly where things are coming from. These tunnels are clearly quite old, but relatively well maintained. There's signs of people have walked through here somewhat regularly, especially in this path of this tunnel that goes off to the left here that you see.
Snow, which way does the necklace suggest we go?
So I hold up my necklace and see. Well, I'll step kind of closer to this pathway, and then I'll hold up my necklace and see if it's going south, east, or north.
So it seems to pull in this direction to the east.
All right, let's go east, guys. Let's go this way. So I carry it and walk. I'm assuming they're all following me. I'm hoping I'm on the ledge.
So you reach this sort of center bit where there's tunnels coming from all directions. Directly across from you, where you can see this yellow square that I've marked, that is a grating that's covering this area, so it's not passable clearly from where you are right now. In the center of this area is lots of bits of debris and rubbish and some copper coin. There's some bits of like worn leather armor. There's a couple of bits and pieces of like weaponry and so on, all kind of like floating in this center area.
While I'm standing next to Tessras, I'm going to clean him. Probably multiple casts of prestidigitation.
Yeah, I think it's a multiple cast thing here.
1 square foot at a time.
Yeah,
Luckily, it's cantrip.
but you can do so.
Snow, is your magic picking up anything in that pool?
I make sure I had double casted or recast, whatchamacallit, detect magic as a ritual.
Oh, is it a fairly short time span?
I think it's 10 minutes.
10
yeah,
minutes,
last
yeah.
10 minutes.
So you can detect something within 30 feet of you that is emitting a magical effect, and it seems to be coming from right in the center of this area here.
Can I tell what kind of magic?
It doesn't seem to be a particular type of magic, more a magical entity.
Entity like a person or entity like an item?
You can't really tell at the minute. It's just it's not a school of magic. It's not a spell that's been cast on something. It is something magical is emitting some sort of like magical aura from around about here.
Alright, team, there's something over there that's magical. Not like a spell, but like an item or a person or something in the water stuff.
Whatever it is, it probably wants to eat us.
Is it good or bad?
I can't tell. I can't tell what type of magic or anything, but there's definitely something magical in there. Ooh, can I cast Mage Hand?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how far is that? Oh, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to see if I can like dig around and find it.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that. It was like,
So you cast Mage Hand and you kind of like poke around in this, and your Mage Hand, you feel resistance on it as it hits the surface, and it's a different resistance to what you would expect from liquid or water, and with that, the feeling of that and the feeling of magic and so on, you can see that there is in fact a large and stationary gelatinous cube just kind of like sitting in there, and it's sort of like slowly digesting like the exodus and so on that's flowing into this little central area from all different ways. It sort of just seems to have like made itself a home in the center of this pit, and it's just sort of like absorbing different bits and pieces.
Let's not disturb it.
yeah, I'm
Should
with
we kill
the
it?
elf. No, just leave it alone. Move on very quietly past it. It doesn't. He's got enough stuff to eat. Doesn't want us. I told you
Wait,
it wanted to eat us.
Where's my neck? Where's the pendant pointing?
So the
Pointing
pendant's
towards the gel.
yeah, well, it's not pointing towards it. It's sort of just pointing to the right from where you are.
Guys, we gotta get past it in order to follow the pendant.
I think if we go head up a little bit, then there's a bridge I can see just about with
Okay.
my dark vision. So yeah, we'll head up and try to get over the bridge. Uh-oh.
Oh, shh.
Snow, stop.
So you hear skittering in the sounds of creatures moving.
If it's going that way, then we will keep walking.
I've stopped. I ain't attacking us. I'm not worried.
I'm gonna kill the lights.
Kyle's having a great time over there. Just
Gonna kill the lights.
That was going fast.
There was a
Wait.
person.
I hope
There was
that was
a
caught on stream. That was so good.
want
There
me
was a
moving
person
it.
over there.
Can someone speak with animals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk to it. That was a rat,
Well,
right? Am I
What
crazy?
do you want to? What do you want to say?
Ask it if it's seen some people around here, or anything dangerous.
Like other than the fatberg.
Yeah.
Well, let's just move on and see what we find.
No.
There's one of them.
Which way are you going, Siege?
Yeah, it's down, right? That's where
Yeah,
my
but
pendant's
there's
pointing.
two rats up here. That
Yeah.
do you not see that?
Are you gonna talk to it?
where's Sewer? Of course there are rats.
I thought I wanted to talk to them. Oh, right, okay.
Excluding us.
They're
You
they're
can
they're a
talk
lot they're a
sometimes.
lot bigger than regular rats, by the way. They're like the size of a large dog, a Newfoundland dog, for example. They're quite big.
I mean, that's not ordinary rat.
I have to Google that.
Is that
It's
is that
huge.
common for rats in sewers?
I mean,
Oh.
I've heard of rats getting to like larger than average size, but that's ridiculous.
I mean, the rats are running away from us, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I say we either talk to him, or ignore him.
If the rats want to start
Let's-
shit, then, you know, it's all good. But
Oh, let's
Alright.
follow that rat.
Last time we messed with rats, it didn't go well.
That's a fair comment. All right.
How do we get past here? This is a great rat. Is the necklace pulling me past the grate?
Yeah, it is.
Team, we have to figure out how to get past this.
I'll have a look for locks on it.
So you don't even need to roll for this one. You can see it's not like a grate that opens. It's literally just bars. They go from ceiling to floor, like
I'll
that.
take this
Big,
while
big, thick iron bars.
Not even new Taz.
Wow.
We'll have to find a way around it. Let's head back up. There was another gate
Alright.
at the top on the right hand side. And we can either go off to the left and poke around that area, or we can go right around the top.
Let's go right. Left
Hello,
isn't
Mr.
the way we
Rat.
need to go.
So
Alright.
in this little area that you've just wandered into, again, there's a grating here that is impassable. But in this area where you're standing now, Sir Tristan, Herzana, and Siege, there is signs of like an encampment. There's like bedrolls. There's boxes with bits and pieces and stuff in it, like some like water skins and so on, and almost like a little mini market stand, sort of against this wall here at the top. If I just draw it there, so like a little mini market stand with like a shelf and a bunch of different like used bits and pieces and stuff kind of sitting on it here.
Are there any markings around it?
Give me an investigation.
Nat 20. 24.
So you have a sniff around and look around, and you don't seem to find any obvious markings that make any sense. You find sort of like little like pictograms and stuff that have like clearly been like whittled into the stone and things like that next to the bedrolls, but that's about it.
Okay. And that grate, is it another one of the iron bars variety? There's no way through, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
I know this is weird coming from me, but do you have, by any chance, have more of that explosives?
I believe so. 2 seconds.
I'm gonna blow up this stand to remove the grate.
Yeah, currently I've don't let Taz know, but I have got some dynamite left.
If we're gonna blow stuff up, we should blow up where we need to go, not away from where we need to go.
Well, let's just check around the corner
But let's-
first. Like, I can see ahead that the tunnel curves. There might be a way around. Let's just check that before we resort to dynamite. If
Okay.
that's okay.
Or if one of the party members is able to transform into some sort of rat, they could go through the bars and have a look.
We've already asked Hazana to be a horse. I can't ask her to be a rat. That's demeaning.
Can just
I
be a
can't
cat.
see. I can't see Tristan's token, by the way. So.
It's around the corner from you.
Oh, okay. Wait. No, I can't see
Ta-da!
her.
It's there.
But yes, I can have a look.
I mean, by all means, Hazana, after you.
Alright, wait here. So just question to the GM, can a cat squeeze through this grid?
Yeah, the bars are small enough or far enough apart that a cat could probably squeeze through without too much difficulty.
I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Hazana in case she needs it while
Okay.
adventuring.
Okay.
Then I transform into a cat. A quite chunky cat with dark brown fur and a little white spot on the neck.
Mhm.
So maybe you could have Beth bring in my prop. You did talk about props some.
I'm not
Okay.
sure props applies to other people's pets.
I think the prop is coming. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Even
That's
from that
Hazana
distance,
now.
you can hear the purring.
Yeah. Doesn't look very pleased.
She's sleepy.
He's sleepy, yeah.
Cute kitters.
Okay, so your little kitty cat is on the other side of the grating. What would you like to do?
What's that thing up in the corner?
Here? Just looks to be like detritus, like a little backpack, sort of rubbish, that kind of just general stuff that's been abandoned. Nothing of interest as far as you can tell.
Something I've been there for a long time.
I mean, it seems to be. It's hard to really tell down here. Everything's so kind of dirty and kind of slightly dank. It's hard to tell whether something was dropped, a couple hours ago or a couple of days ago or longer. It's all kind of equally as shitty, basically.
Given the rats don't seem to be attacking us, Siege is gonna.
There's no splint mail on this table.
No,
Sorry.
no splint mill on this table.
Is there anything of value, anything of use at all?
From there, not as far as you can see. Harzana.
What in the world is that?
I really don't like the grin on Mrs. face.
Okay, can I? Yes, I have an idea.
Are we allowed to watch the stream?
I mean, I would discourage it.
He wants the viewer numbers, he just doesn't want the information going out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm messaging Ms. on Discord to tell her what's happening.
It's like the aggressive type. That doesn't seem good.
So that's a cat's stats, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
That doesn't bode well.
Just going to look that up.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Can the rest of the party hear anything that's happening?
Not at the moment. You don't hear anything. Everyone else is like, oh, the cat's off, doing its thing.
If she doesn't come back, I'm going to collapse this entire sewer.
If that's not simple, I don't know what is.
Sure. But if you collapse it, you're for sure she's not coming back.
So, Siege, how much dynamite you think we need to get through here?
But yeah, at this point, I'll scream as loudly as I possibly can.
Ah, Christ.
So the rest of you hear
Do we hear it?
screaming. Yeah, it's echoing from both tunnels.
Right, we can't get through here.
That
Head up.
tunnel? The top tunnel?
It's echoing through both
Yeah,
tunnels.
top-
It's echoing around all the tunnels.
Lego. Wait.
Let's go. Ah, Christ.
Siege, what happened?
So this is the part where I ask you to roll initiative.
Yeah!
If we weren't like knee deep in shit, that would be my favorite time.
Oh, that's a good initiative roll. Check that out.
Jesus, me and Tristan just bombing that.
Oh my
Yes.
God. What the?
Wow, those are some good rolls.
That's awful.
3, 4, and 5.
Oh, Chad's got a bloody nat 1.
Yeah.
All right, let me just get the initiative tracker up for the stream since I'm good like that. Make sure it can be seen. Yes, that'll do. Okay. Siege. It's your
Okay.
turn.
Can I see that from where I am?
Yeah, you can see that. It's this big, so it's hanging on the ceiling. It's this big, huge thing. It's like a white, pale white, like almost looks like some sort of weird scorpion-esque thing. It's got like saliva like dripping from its mandibles. It's got these big, huge claws, and it's got this like weird filament thing hanging from where its kind of tail is, and that is currently wrapped around Harzana, and its claw is just pulling back. Having just attacked her with it.
Okay. Am I?
Is this something I would recognise?
Give me a nature check.
I mean, can Tristan see it from around the corner?
Right now, no. It's a good point. So, Tristan, you usually see Siege stop and go, "Oh my god."
Okay.
Okay. Am I currently hidden from it?
You ran around the corner, so no, you're not. You weren't attempting to be subtle. You ran after she screamed.
Okay, that's a fair point. So I am going to do my rogue thing. I'm going to bonus action hide.
Mm-hmm.
So rolling stealth for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 23. That'll do nicely.
You're hidden.
Okay, and then I'm going to fire my longbow at it.
Okay, go for it.
Come here. Yeah.
That's a hit.
And the white road didn't roll damage. Apologies. Hang on. Sorry about this. Damage on that. 8 damage, and then sneak attack.
Nice.
8 plus 8.
So your arrow, you run around the corner, you see Harzana being like pulled up towards the ceiling by this thing wrapped around her, and you pull your longbow out and you take aim down this tunnel. It's hard to aim at something so far away down a tunnel. You know, you really have to just skim the arrow off the ceiling. You almost hear it skittering along the ceiling so that you can account for the drop through this tunnel. But you manage to strike true, missing Harzana. It held by this thing into your arrow sinks into this beast upon the wall, whose turn it now is, and it's going to make 2 attacks with its claws on Harzana as it tries to siege.
I'm just going to move up 10 feet before I finish my go. Sorry.
Feel free to
so
move.
I can let people come run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let people move around the corner like after me.
Yes, that's fine. Harzana, this thing is going to make 2 attacks with its claws on you. The first one is a 16 against your armor.
It hits.
And that's for 9 slashing damage. And the second one is a 10 against your armor for 12 slashing damage.
12 misses.
So 10 against your armor for 12 slashing, yeah, so that misses. Okay.
Yeah.
And its go is over. Harzana, it is your go. You're currently still grappled by it. You can attempt to escape.
Well, as I'm grappled by it, I'll frantically trying to cast a spell, trying to pronounce the words correctly. A little bit of panic, but I do it nonetheless. I cast Misty Steps.
Nice. I believe you can. That's only vocal components, right? Instantaneous. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. So where are you Misty stepping to? Nice. So Siege, you see this, but no one else sees it. But Harzana just kind of like disapparates from this thing's this coiled around her and just reappears like in a puff of light mist some distance from it.
So that was my bonus action. As for my action, I will throw some fire at it.
Mm-hmm. So I tend to hit misses.
And then I'll move away.
Sir Tristan.
Okay, so I can't see a lot of anything,
Yeah.
but I did hear Harzana shouting. So I am going to.
You heard her scream.
I'm going to start moving. I am not stepping in this shit. So I'm going to sort of barge Snow out of the way as I take my first 10 feet, 15 feet, 25 feet doing the same to the tiefling, 30 feet to there, and then dashing to where Harzana is.
Okay.
It's the limit of my actions.
Okay. So nothing else from you.
Nope.
Snow.
Alright, so I jump around the corner, hearing all this commotion. Let me check my spell page. I see this ghouling creature. Actually, I technically can't see it, so I have to run up.
I mean, I've got the lights up. So I'll like spread them along the chamber.
And go one more. Yeah, I still can't see it in the token. Can I see how badly Harzana is hurt?
I don't know if you can tell that by just looking at her in the dim light here. You can probably see her dress is ripped from the claw, and she's probably bleeding.
Alright, but Tristan's in front of her, correct?
Between you and her,
Or he's behind her. Alright, so seeing Tristan there, I'll give him a, whatchamacallit? What's it called? Bardic Inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Tazros. Once again, Tazros starts the combat as far away as possible.
Well, I see everybody walking around the corner, so I'm gonna do that as well. And I can go to here. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Siege, it's your turn again.
I am going to do the rogue standby, and I'm going to bonus action hide, because I've fired and I'm no longer hidden, with an 18.
18 hits.
No, I'm hiding.
Oh, hiding. Yes, that hides. Yes.
Okay, yeah, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to fire my longbow at it. Ooh.
11 does
How'd
not
that-
hit.
Nope. How'd that even do that? And yeah, that's I'm gonna move up 10 more feet, and then that's the end of my go.
Okay. It's now its go. So it is going to scuttle along the ceiling to there, and then okay, it is going to shoot out this sticky filament towards you, Harzana, as you are the closest to it. Can you? So you are grappled by that. Can you make a strength saving throw, please? So you are pulled towards it once again, and then it attacks you with its claw. So an 11 to hit, so it misses you as it swipes at you with its claw once again, but you are grappled. Hosanna, it is your turn.
I am going to Mist Step again.
Where to? Nice.
And then I'll shoot fire at it again.
That's also a miss, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ, my rolls today.
Anything else from Hosanna?
It's moving through the other spaces. Is that
You can
difficult
you can
terrain?
move through your ally's space as long as you don't end your turn there. Okay.
Quick point of
That's my
reference.
turn.
Yes.
How tall is the tunnel?
So it's a circle about 20 feet across. So from where you are, sort of on the edge, it's sort of like 10 feet to the top and 10 feet to the bottom. If that makes sense.
Okay. So that's going to make it really hard for the martial classes to hit it if it's still on the ceiling.
Depending on where it is, you would imagine it would be somewhat difficult, but not outrageous. I mean, there's a nice handy bridge here, for example.
Okay.
So Tristan.
Well, I can't see the bridge yet because it appears to be 5 feet further than I can see. Ugh, how obnoxious. Well, I guess in the interest of not getting pulled, I'm gonna dash
Sounds like a
Over
Friday
to-
night for Kyle.
the other side. I'm determined to not end up in this shit. I have much higher standards than the dwarf. So I'll fetch up there.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay, Snow.
Alright, so this creature. Oh, wait. Tristan moved forward, so I'm gonna move forward just a little bit. And then I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Mm-hmm. So it's wisdom. Fails. So it takes 4 psychic damage as your words cut through its psyche.
And
dealing-
crucially, has disadvantage.
Yes.
Yes. So,
What did you say to it, Snow? What did you say to it?
I don't know. I call it like a Spider-Man Peter Parker wannabe who can't do shit and is why he's living in a sewer.
it's
Something like that.
emotionally very hurt.
Alright, and then I checked my bonus actions. There's not really much there, because I think I probably would have seen Sir Tristan take his inspiration, but I know he hasn't. So I'll continue. Or I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Tazros.
That was gonna walk around the corner because he wants to go where everyone else is. And he's gonna walk towards it. And that's as far as he can go now, so that's the end of his turn.
Siege.
Okay, Siege, rather than trying to hide this turn, is going to use steady aim, which gives me advantage on the attack roll,
Nice.
which allows me to use my sneak attack if I hit.
Very nice.
So, using my longbow, 20, and unfortunately not a... Oh no, it's advantage, isn't it? So,
If your advantage is a crit, yeah.
hell yeah! So, yeah, I'll take that crit, and then I'll do sneak attack, which... Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
That'll do.
I love it. You rolled 4 dice there, one of which was a critical fail, and the other 3 were critical successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
So your arrow comes like flying through the air and just pierces into this thing, and so Tristan, you're next to it. You get slightly spattered with some blood and offal as this arrow just goes through this thing, and you see it like some of its limbs attached to the ceiling kind of like stutters, it almost falls off the ceiling, but holds on to it as that arrow just cleaved an arrow. You can almost see light through the other side of it, Sir Tristan. Speaking of, it's its turn, and it is going to attempt to like swing this thing around at you, Sir Tristan. Can you give you are grappled? Can you give me a strength saving throw, please? Nice. So you are not pulled. You stay where you are. You are currently still wrapped up by it, and it attempts to make a attack with its claw. 23 to hit for 10 slashing damage.
So you're saying with disadvantage, it still rolled 23?
It rolled a 15 with disadvantage. I forgot I had disadvantage. Does that still hit?
15 misses.
Okay, so its claw goes off of your glorious shiny armor.
I was like, oh god, if it's rolling 23s on disadvantage, I'm murdered.
No, that was just a regular roll. I forgot I had disadvantage on that first hit, so thank you for reminding me. So it misses on that hit, and it is Harzana's turn. Why do you look so confused, Siege?
Sorry to jump in, Hazana. Apologies. Have you doubled the damage for those? Because that's the crit hit was an 8 and then 12, so that would be 16 and then 24 total. So 40 damage.
No,
Yeah?
no. So your
Right.
your 12 is already included with the crit. You rolled the 4 plus the 8 is the crit damage.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry.
Your sneak attack, you're right. You should have rolled an extra 2d6 for the additional damage for the crit on
Let's
that.
do that quickly.
So yeah, hit the sneak attack button again. It's not doubled it. It's another 2d6.
Yeah. Sorry. It's an extra 9. Sorry about
Yep.
that.
That's fine. Harzana, it is your go.
Well, now that I have the entire group between me and the thingy, I'll calm down a little bit more, enough to attempt a guiding bolt at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your guiding bolt flies across the room and it strikes this thing. And is it radiant damage? Yes, it is. It's radiant damage. And it briefly glows. This monstrosity briefly glows. You can see almost its entire exoskeleton glow from this radiant light that pierces through it as it falls into the offal at the bottom of the tunnel as it is dead. And so Tristan, it falls past you from the ceiling. And can you give me a dexterity saving throw to see if it's still kind of grappling you, see if it pulls you in. So Sir Tristan, as it falls, it's like death grip around you, and you feel it like tug you, and you do that thing when you sort of wave your arms like comically like that, and then just kind of like fall down into the literal river of shit, and you splat into it, and you hear it, and you feel it like squeeze around all the joints of your armor.
That's going to be one stinking night.
And you also have disadvantage on charisma checks when you're attempting to persuade or speak nice to people, basically, until you are clean again.
I will not be attempting to speak nice to anybody.
I'm out of initiative.
So when it dragged it, did it pull me up or did it drag me through that stuff?
No, it dragged you over it. It's like a trough, and it's like it dragged you across it, and then you misty stepped back
Okay,
across.
so I didn't get into the.
No, you're clean.
Disgusting stuff.
You're slightly grimy from it's sort of adhesive filament that was like wrapped around you, slightly sticky like goo on you, and you're just generally a little bit dirty, but not nothing compared to Tazros and Sir Tristan at the minute.
I mean, I got cleaned.
Yes, you got cleaned.
Just have to keep in mind that it only works on objects, so any yuck he still has in his beard and stuff is still there.
Just mixed with the food and stuff. I will eat it later.
You're an animal.
I know.
So what would you like to do?
Tarzana, what happened?
That thing.
How did it get you? Oh wait, look, there's a tunnel right here, guys.
Did you find a way through, Hazana, that we could fit?
Yeah, otherwise you won't be talking.
Well, I mean, that's not the point, but okay.
Should we get someone out of the...
Yeah, I'm going to walk over and fling the ropes at Tristan. Come on, Sir Knight. If you don't mind me saying so, that's an interesting pong. Maybe Hazana can help you out with that.
So what was that thing?
I'm trying to find the unarmed attack button, but I can't find it. Wrath, you were lucky I don't know where the unarmed attack button is.
I'll spend a spell slot to cure wounds on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 slot.
Can I cast a nature check to see what kind of creature that was?
Sure, go for it. It's hard to tell from what you know. It's clearly some sort of monstrosity, but that's about it as far as you can tell.
Guys, I think it's just a monster.
Oh shit! Look at it! Oh wait, well...
I mean, I ain't going fishing for that thing.
It looked like my bolt was quite effective at dealing with it. Just like the Triglavians, and I was white.
Ah, that's a fair point. I wonder if there's any correlation between the two.
So do we go this way?
Ah, I'm following Snow.
What is this?
It's a ladder up.
Oh, should we go there? Maybe
Ah.
this could be.
Those bloody rats again.
Maybe this could be like our escape if we need.
But yeah, down
Snow.
that hall to the left, we get to where I want to go.
Yeah, Hazana's right, down this way. Is your necklace still pointing this way? Sorry.
Yeah.
Is my necklace still
What way
pointing
does
that
your
way?
necklace?
Yeah, so it seems to be pointing sort of in this direction from where you are.
Alright, let's go.
So how are you? Where are you heading right now, and how are you doing it?
Siege is heading east, and we're trying to be... Actually, he's not being stealthy at this point. He's kind of given up on it.
Okay.
Yeah, is my necklace still pulling to the east?
Yeah, it's pulling this way.
Yep, let's just go.
So, although it's dark, ahead of you opens into this wider cavern, and these sides here seem to sort of like slope down towards a larger open area, which is only maybe like 5 feet below the height you're on now. So if you imagine this part here slopes down 5 feet to this whole area here, and then there's like a little drop off here as like the stuff is maybe like flowing like an inch or two deep here, just gently, and over a little waterfall into the larger trough. And Siege, can you can hear something ahead in the darkness. It's hard to make out what it is, but you can hear something.
Okay, then I'm going to move my dancing lights over the area to illuminate it.
Okay, you do so, and you see in the far side a figure hunched over, his back kind of like shuddering, almost as if a figure is crying.
Hello? Can you hear us?
There's no response.
It was crying?
It's blatantly going to be a Left 4 Dead witch.
Is it the same crying I heard in the tunnels in the mine?
You can't hear this from where you are. You hear Siege ahead of you shouting, "Hello?"
Fair.
Said it looked like crying though, right? Like the body language is crying.
Yeah, like the shoulders, like, and you can hear something. It sounds like gentle sobs from where you are.
Gang, there's a figure ahead of us. Doesn't seem to be responding to us. Does anyone want to try and communicate with it before I go over?
Wait, how far away is it?
About 30 to 40 feet.
I could try and cast Mage Hand on it. Well, that's
Yeah,
50. That's too far.
Is it a person?
It looks humanoid, but aside from that, I can't tell.
You can move
Try and
yourself a
talk
little
with
bit.
them.
Gonna move down a little bit more.
Can I hear it now?
Yeah, you can hear it now. It sounds like crying or gentle sobbing, but it sounds like an adult as opposed to a child, like in the tunnel.
Wait.
Snow, is your amulet pointing at that?
Is it?
Yeah, you hold it up and it seems to be pointing almost directly at it.
What was that guy's name? Ardad or something like that?
Ardan.
Ardan.
Yeah.
Call his name. Siege.
His wife. Oh, so then his wife was Canry. So she died. Sorry, it was a child that had it. We didn't have the child's name.
Ardad. No, it was his
No,
son.
no.
Remember, his son's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
infant.
No. So it's his grandson. It's the Taverner's grandson, and then Arden is his son.
Yeah, Ardad. Call Ardad.
Ardan, can you hear me? We're sent by your father.
It's no immediate response. Just seems to be like head down, like quietly. Like it does look from now you're a bit closer, like someone just like almost kneeling down and just quietly sobbing. You know, when someone is like so exhausted from crying. Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
So exhausted from crying that they've almost got nothing left to cry.
All right. This is not going to end well. Siege is going to move up to within 30 feet, and then cast Mage Hand Legerdman. And
That's in the water.
well, no, because the water dropped off. I think you said at this point, so it was really shallow, like here, and then it drops off over like a like a waterfall or something.
Yep. So
So is this area dry? That like this large area?
So this whole area that I'm drawing in is like under like maybe like an inch of water. So this is you're like here you're like 10 feet. Here it slopes down, and then here it kind of like drops off. So if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's only an inch of water. So, like Siege will like move up and get within 30 feet, and then use Mage Hand to just grab the shoulder of the person and just try and shake him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See if I get a response.
So move yourself up.
Okay, I'm just checking ranges.
Yeah,
So,
go
yeah.
over one more.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That should be fine. Yeah, so I'll cast Mage Hand, and I'll attempt to just gently touch the shoulder of the person that's crying creepily in the corner.
Okay. So your mage hand reaches out, and you feel it make contact with the shoulder of this figure, and the shuddering kind of like stops, and the figure sort of, you know, that sort of turn when you almost look like under your arm, like because you're hunched over and you kind of look under your arm, and you see eyes look at you, Siege, and the eyes are like dark and the face is pale, and I mean the gaze makes you feel like chilled to the bone, just as this gaze washes over you. And could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
$15.
So you feel yourself literally like almost frozen in fear as you're paralyzed. And you're literally like, so for the rest of you see Siege reach out and this figure turn around and Siege is still standing there.
Snow's gonna call out, "Hello, are you Ardan? Hello? We were sitting here by your father." And Snow holds up the necklace kind of in the vague direction at the guy.
When you hold up the necklace, his eyes turn and look at you and lock onto you. And can you all roll initiative, please?
Are we playing left with that with the witch, or?
Yeah, well, I said that earlier, and I was just like, this is a really bad idea. Did it anyway. Taz, what's your initiative, boy?
His show's 18. I can't
yeah.
see mine.
Oh, yeah.
Me. I'm 18.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. It's all reverse of last time.
Mine says 9, but it's not showing.
We can see it, dude. It's there.
I don't see it.
Yeah, check the combat tracker. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, the tracker is where mine's not showing. The chat is where it is.
Yeah, but yet 9 indeed. I think I can change that probably.
Yeah. Let me roll it for you. Oh. I can't roll it for you. That's weird. I'm going to remove you. Oh, I can't. Interesting. I'm just going to update your initiative to 9 manually. Maybe that'll work. I cannot. Okay. Well, you're last. So let's just hit begin and see what happens. Yeah, you're still at the bottom. So I guess as long as that works, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so this thing turns and glares at you, and it sees you holding this this necklace up, and you can hear this like guttural like yell of anguish and pain come from it, and his hand like reaches out, and you hear this hoarse voice come from it, and he's like, "Canry!" And it is Hosanna's turn.
Well, I have a feeling that there's trouble brewing, so I cast Bless on Siege and on Snow, since they're the two that have its attention, and then on Tazros as well.
Okay.
Which will work as soon as it's unpaused.
Oh. My sincerest apologies.
And then I stay where I am. So that's my turn.
Okay. So it is going to move towards you, Siege, and it will step past you to here, and then it will attempt to lock eyes with Snow, the person holding this necklace. And can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Can I just close my eyes?
On your turn, you can. And you feel this ice cold, like the stare, like it makes you like almost quake. If you could, your fur stands on end, as like this fear washes over you.
Yeah, I bless. What does that add?
Adds 1d4, right?
D4. Yeah.
16.
So yeah, you still feel this fear wash over you, as you are paralyzed and you freeze in fear.
Okay.
Tazros. Oh, and it reaches out towards you, Snow. His hand sort of like this, even though it's 30 feet away from you, and it's like, Kenry. You can't
Can I
see me,
say
but I'm reaching out and
something to
doing
her?
this. You've been paralyzed, so you cannot.
Dang it.
Tazros.
Do I notice my friends are paralyzed or like afraid kind of thing, or do they just stand in place like?
They're just standing there, like staring at this thing, much like you were up until this moment. Like it's not immediately obvious that anything's happened to them.
Snow's still holding up the.
She's still holding the necklace, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Taz turns to Snow and tells like, maybe we should give the amulet to the thing there. That's the end of his turn.
So Snow just stands there like this, no response.
Yeah, when you look around at Snow and start speaking to her, like you realize she's like, her eyes are wide, her pupils are dilated fully, and like this is not a face you've seen very often when you look at your friends here, but this is a face of fear. This is a face of someone who is terrified that you're looking at.
Okay. Well, Taz does the same. He said like we should give the amulet to the creature, and then that's all.
Okay. Snow, you can make a save at the end of your turn.
Okay, since I'm paralyzed, I can't do anything, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll do a wisdom save then.
So you're still standing there like a rock.
Okay.
Siege, you're also frozen, and this thing has just walked past you.
Okay, so nothing I can do at this point. So saving throw.
So you feel the like you shake yourself a little bit and like, oh god, and you're able to move again, and you turn and you see this thing right next to you. You're still frightened of it, so you basically have a disadvantage against it until you're not frightened. You can repeat that save at the end of each of your turns as well. But this thing that's just frozen you in fear, turning, it's right fucking there. And that's your turn.
Yeah, I mean, end of my turn. I can't do anything else, can I?
You can't do anything else, yes, so save the end of your turn.
Cool.
Sir Tristan.
So, I can't end a move in another player's square.
Correct.
Can I take actions while moving?
Tell me what you want to do first.
So, if Taz wasn't in the way, I would have walked to the space Taz is in, taken the necklace out of Snow's kind of outstretched hand, and thrown it at the thing.
Okay, you can do that because it's quite a simple action of just grabbing it. Right?
All I want to do is just take it from her as I go. And,
Yeah, that's fine. You can grab it as you go by. Not a problem.
so how would you like me to throw it? Throw
Uh,
it strong, or I can throw it dexterous.
I mean, you can. Are you trying to hit it?
I'm just throwing it at the thing.
Are you proficient in throwing necklaces?
No.
Okay. So you will probably just be a straight. It's a ranged attack, so it's a straight dex, and you're not proficient in it. So
But actually, how far can I get? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm gonna throw it 10 feet at this
Yeah.
thing.
okay, straight dex. So, so you go to throw this, and it kind of like one of the like links of the chain catches one of the links of your buckler on your or not your bracer on your wrist, and it kind of like swings around a little bit, and it's sort of like tangled in your armor around your gauntlet.
So I've still got. So it's still in my hand then.
Still in your hand, yeah.
All right, I'll just drop it in the square in front of me then.
Okay, yep, you can do that. You drop it here.
Yeah.
Anything else from Sir Tristan Stoneheart?
No, it's me.
Okay, Harzana.
I will cast Lesser Restoration on Snow to enter Paralyze.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Harzana.
Anything else from Harzana? Or just saving everyone yet again? Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
For now.
For now, yeah. Just she blows up some other sucker. Okay, it's its turn. It is going to step forward, and it is going to pick up this necklace, and it kind of holds it in its hand, and it takes a moment just sort of looking at it, and you can almost like the coldness in its eyes seems to like fade briefly as the memory of everything kind of like washes over this thing, and then its eyes snap up and it glares at you all, and it just pulls back its two fists and tries to wail on you, Sir Tristan, with its fists. So the first one is 19 against your AC.
Hits.
Okay, so that is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced to 7. Yep.
And 12 against your AC.
Misses.
And you can hear him like crying as he's hitting at you. Tazros.
I'm gonna turn around. Can't walk past them, so behind him, next to C. I'm gonna rage. Press the damn button again. Yeah. And I'm gonna reckless. Ready to go reckless. Just
You got the bless, so you can add a d4 to the attack roll.
oh yeah, let's add a d4. Oh, that's a d6.
Does Bless
For
add?
18.
Does Bless add to attack roll? Does it?
Sorry?
Does Bless add to attack roll?
Yeah,
I can't remember what
attack
bless
and
does.
saving throws.
Okay. Yep, that's a hit. So you do 6 slashing damage with your great axe as you slice into the back of the crying man beating on Sir Tristan. Anything else from you, Tazros?
Yep.
Snow.
So, seeing all this happen, where Tristan gave him back the necklace, he took the necklace and still decided to attack us. Is he humanoid? So I would be able to be confident that charm person would work.
I mean, he's a humanoid, as far as you can tell. You're still frightened of him, although you're like you're no longer paralyzed. You're still like the fear is still. You're still quaking in your little cat boots.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna go towards him, but I'll try to charm person. See if that works.
It seems to have no effect on him, as he just like looks at you, and you can see like these eyes are cold once again.
All right. That ends my turn.
Siege.
Okay, seeing Snow attempt to cast a spell that Siege actually has and knows, and realizing it's not working, he's going to back up 'cause he's still frightened of it. He's going to attempt to hide behind this pipe here. So I'm going to stealth. Ooh, that's a 9. 9
does not succeed.
Okay, and then he's going to fire his longbow at it, which is probably not going to work because it's a disadvantage. Don't do that. Come here. 14 on disadvantage.
14 hits.
Okay, so 10 damage.
Nice. So the arrow sinks into the back of this creature.
And I know I didn't have advantage, but do I get sneak attack because of flanking?
Flanking is not a thing in 5th edition. Nice try.
Well, I've got people either side of it, is what I mean. Like, we've got my allies.
Yes.
So I thought that in previous, like... games
Oh,
I've played,
that's
given
different.
me-
That's different. So if your allies in combat with them, then yes, you get sneak attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because...
Is it, or do you get
with his
advantage?
axe.
God, I can't remember. Hang on. Sneak attack.
That's what's happened
I
before.
also remember that you have plus.
Yeah.
Just need to look it up.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Right. That's fine then.
So sneak attack.
Yeah.
Sweet.
When you first said flanking, that's a 4th edition rule. That's why I was like.
Yeah, sorry. I
How
know what I meant,
bitter.
but you didn't convey it correctly.
Yeah.
So another 6 damage. Cool. And that's the end of his turn.
Nice, solid turn. Okay, Sir Tristan Stoneheart.
I guess I may as well hit.
.24 to hit, definitely hits. And
Yeah, just for 9.
9. Okay. Harzana.
I am going to throw some fire at it. And completely miss.
Yeah. Roll a d8. The fire hits the wall behind Sir Tristan.
That's good at least. And then I'll channel some of my star power as I activate the archer.
14 hits. That's for 5 radiant, yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice. Is that all from Hosanna?
That was my turn.
Okay, so the creature is going to turn and stare at you, Tazros. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom.
You feel yourself frozen in terror, and it's going to try and attack you, and it gets advantage on you because you were reckless on the last attack.
Indeed.
So, a 12 bludgeoning for the first attack. Yes? Siege?
No, ignore me, sorry.
22 to hit for 12 bludgeoning.
Yes.
critical.
And 15 to hit for 17
Yeah,
bludgeoning.
plus 15 to the hits.
Yeah, for 17 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And you hear this.
They're both halved anyway for the rage, right?
Yeah, but they're both crits. Because he's paralyzed.
That's a good point, actually. So it's more than that. So it's 22.
Total damage.
It's 22 in the first hit, and
Hmm?
29 on the second hit. So half both of those.
So 51 total.
Yeah, halved.
Okay. Then I'm down.
What's half?
Is that
Remember?
51?
Am I down?
Did you half them because you're
half
raging?
one.
No,
Yeah.
no, hold on.
So 25,
I'm
dude.
very bad. I'm still up.
Yeah. You're like, huh, there's nothing but a scratch.
Oh, now she thinks I'm dead.
But
Right,
you are
I'll fix it.
paralyzed. It is your turn now.
Hey, I'm gonna my out again. I'm paralyzed, so I can do a check at the end of my turn or beginning of my turn.
End.
And well, in that case, I cannot do anything. So my turn is over, and I will like to do another wisdom. I think.
Wisdom, yeah.
Remember, you have plus. That helps much.
It's
I mean-
true, it has a bless for 10 rounds. So this
Can
is-
can you be raging while paralyzed?
That's a good point, actually. I don't know.
It should be in a rage then. Hold on.
Your rage ends early if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. Or taken
Yeah,
damage.
but I have.
Yeah,
It's
or
the
taking
same.
damage. Yeah, but it's the. I think it's you only rage ends if you gain the unconscious state, as far as I remember.
Yeah. It ends early if you're not unconscious. If your turn ends and you haven't attacked a creature since your last turn, or you haven't taken damage.
Okay, so yeah, you took
Paralysis.
damage and you're not unconscious. You're paralyzed, but you're so angry about it. So you're.
Yeah.
You
I'm
already.
even more angry now.
Cancels active abilities.
Yeah. Okay, Snow.
Alright, so
Do you know, I'm still getting bloody Dyson adverts while I'm doing this, by the way. So if there's any more Hoover named NPCs, you know who to blame.
oh no. So I know what's his face? Gosh, Tazros just got hit pretty bad. Does he look super injured or does he look like he'll survive another hit?
He's got like fist dents in his chest.
Okay, I think he'll be okay. Right, Tazros?
Is he above us or level with us?
So he's kind of like you're on a low of a slope, basically, is what I was saying earlier on. So Tazros is slightly below the level of Snow, but is not far off the level of Sir Tristan.
Okay, so knowing Charm didn't work and seeing him beat up my teammates, I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery.
Okay, so be Wisdom save. Beats it. He got a double 14.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then knowing Tazros, I saw him rage and do all this fancy stuff and then not do anything, and he kind of looks like how I felt earlier. I'm going to throw him a Bardic Inspiration. My last Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And
Anything
then
else
that will
from
end my
Snow?
turn. Nope, that's it.
Siege.
Okay. Siege is going to use
I've-
a steady aim ability. Sorry, go on.
I forgot to mention at the end of your turn you can repeat your saving throw against the being frightened. So you can do a quick Wisdom save.
Okay, yeah, cool. Doesn't make a difference. Okay.
You're both still frightened.
So Siege will use his steady aim to compensate for the fact he's frightened. He'll take a deep breath, draw his bow, and fire again at the creature.
Mm-hmm. 23 to hit, definitely hits.
And stick attack. Oh, there's that one in there. God damn it.
Nice.
More
So, yeah.
So you use your what's it called?
Steady aim.
Steady aim to overcome your disadvantage to turn it into regular Tidge. To do 17 piercing damage with your bow and arrow. And a couple of little press ups. Wait, look at those. What, you got those press ups? I see those knees on the ground. Get them up, soldier. Sir
I don't
Tristan.
think you can hear me.
I hope you can hear me. Sir Tristan. That is a miss, Sir Tristan.
That's my turn.
Harzana.
I could surge, I'm just not in the mood.
I will throw some fire again.
The 13 hits.
That's 5 fire damage.
Very nice. So fire blossoms around it as its head whips to you, and, and you see this hatred in its eyes. And the archer as well. It's a 13 dead. Yes, that's another hit. Okay, it is going to turn and it stares at you, Harzana. You just hit it with a bunch of flame, and it is fucking pissed at you for that. Can you make a wisdom save, please? So you feel.
I will I'll use the bardic inspiration Rain gave me from
Okay.
before.
Go for it. It's D6, right?
Yeah.
Let me look. I just
Yeah,
used it.
D8 at the
Yes,
first
yeah.
level.
D6, 1d6. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it?
You should have rolled.
Damn.
Do you want to feel bad? Rain, you roll it now. Let's see if you make Miz feel bad.
Oh
Probably.
no.
What could have been?
Eh.
It's fine. Okay, fine. Same result. You feel yourself like your muscles like all seize as like this, like you feel the blood drain from your face as the eyes make contact with your eyes, and you are paralyzed. And it will use its remainder of its turn to try and wail on Tazros with its fists. And it misses. Tazros, I believe you are still paralyzed.
Yes.
This thing is just wailing on you. You didn't take any damage because it missed you.
Yes.
Okay, you can do your save at the end of your turn.
Yes. Which I can do now because I cannot do anything else.
Yes.
A wisdom saving throw. Gonna put D6 Pike Inspiration on top of that. Is plus tilting now?
I
It's one
think
minute, right?
so.
Blood?
Yeah, I think you're
Can
still
still
blessed.
concentrate, right?
Yeah, did you do your concentration test when you took any damage? You didn't take any damage. Yeah, you can still concentrate. So.
No.
So
What was-
1d4.
Yeah.
Fine. But is it enough? We were here.
It is one short of being enough. That was so close as well.
Okay, then it will also end my rage. That's
Yeah.
fine for my turn.
Yeah. So you are still paralyzed in fear of this thing that is just punching you. Snow. Fluffy snow.
Alright, seeing all my allies get paralyzed and this creature just going ham. I'm gonna do Vicious Mockery again. It's that or Shatter, and I don't want to risk this whole place crumbling.
Alright.
Or Hosanna's hearing.
Yeah, or Horizonta's hearing.
Wisdom save. I mean, I'm just gonna post that in Discord. It's fine. He is definitely fine.
Are you serious?
You got double 24 this time.
Jesus.
Last time you got double 14, which was your save.
And you'll note that those aren't green either. So those weren't rolls of 20.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's not bothered by your insults. Get some new insults, mate.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, what did you try to say to him?
I'm gonna say he's so ungrateful because we brought him this necklace and all he wants to do is fight.
Siege.
I'm just checking. Should I have taken an additional wisdom saving throw at the end of the last turn to try and get rid of the frightened? 'Cause I know I took one in retrospect.
Yes.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, if
I'll
you're
do
frightened, you should be taking
So-
saves.
Yes, I'll do one now for last turn, and then I'll do one at the end of this turn.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, I'm
9.
still frightened.
Yeah. Okay. So setting up again, Siege is going to use his reliable steady aim to boost his longbow attack. So firing that.
Ooh, that's a miss, and you are firing into tight conditions here, and you're frightened. Roll me a D8.
Well, it would have been a 1. It would have been like wouldn't have been in that one. It'd be a 9.
Sorry, I thought you had disadvantage, and you used your thing to make it regulative, which then
That's a very
therefore
good
makes
point.
it the
I am
1.
chatting out of my arse. Excuse me. 1d8 for you, sir.
Uh,
Come on!
You hit the exact mark on the wall that is currently still singeing slightly from Harzana's fireball. It just bounced off that wall, just behind Sir Tristan's head. Sir Tristan, as far as you're concerned, you've had a fireball thrown past your head against the wall and an arrow now into the same spot. It's not looking good.
He probably
I'm
deserves it.
already in a really bad mood with all of them. I would say something.
It's not our fault you fell in the poo.
And yeah,
It really is.
Siege, that is a natural 1.
Yeah, I know. I've got 2 there.
yeah.
Stucks.
Sir Tristan, it is your turn. Technically 3, by the way, Siege. That's a hit.
Assuming 22 hits, yeah.
Yes, that's a hit.
8.
For 8 damage. Nice. Anything else from Sir Tristan?
Suppose I may as well. I will surge. I will attack again.
You don't have advantage, do you?
I do not have advantage.
That would have been a glorious hit. Unfortunately, it's a miss, thus negating the entire existence of your action surge. It's as if you.
It's okay. We don't do short rests, so
Yeah.
just pretend it's a daily ability.
It's as if you never had it in the first place. Harzana, it's your turn. Is that your end of turn not being freed from last turn?
Still not
Oh, you're
being
paralyzed. You're paralyzed, yes. You are still paralyzed.
Damn it.
Okay, and it is going to attempt to wail again on the paralyzed Tazros, who it gets a crit on if it hits every time, I believe.
Why?
So- because you're paralyzed. Automatic crit if it hits you.
Yeah.
So the first. Oh boy. The first one is for 21 bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
And then it turns to Sir Tristan and attempts to whack you in the face as well. 15 to hit.
Misses.
Tazros.
Make your death save.
Yeah, let's go for the first death save.
Oh.
And no more roll. Yep. Failed.
Tazros has one death fail, one step closer to death. Technically now you are literally 1d20 away from character death.
I know.
Does it's just wondering, does Bless count for death saves as well?
No, there's controversy in what does. So sometimes you get people who do include that for things, and there's other ways to modify your death save. However, I've always played it and I always prefer, and it does say this in the initial document, that death saves are always a flat d20 because it's much more fun than, because you can get like +5 to your death save. That's just not fun. It's too easy at that
It's
point.
now always 50-50%.
Exactly. Now it's 50-50,
Okay.
and I think that's more fun. Snow.
Alright, so seeing Tazros doing death throws, I'm going to cure wound. Wait. I think I have to use healing word because cure wounds have to touch. Yeah, so I'm gonna use healing word. Let me double check the range. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna cast as a level or second level spell slot.
Second level splot.
So I heal him for 9. Hopefully that he doesn't feed.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. I think that's all I can do for right now. Yeah, that's all I can do because that was my action, so I don't have any additional actions.
Okay. Siege.
Wait, isn't it a bonus action healing word? So you still have your action.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was reading it wrong. Let me see if I have like actually any inventory items. Can I throw a dagger at this guy?
Daggers does have range, I think.
You can use it as a throwing weapon, yeah.
You won't be proficient in it, I'm
I'm
sure.
chucking it
That's-
at him.
That's not the right attack roll.
Dang it!
That is not the
How do
right
I do
attack
it?
roll. So it's your dex, I believe, plus. You can use the 16 you rolled, so that would be.
I mean, that's not going to be far off to because it's 16
Yeah.
plus a dex, which is.
That's what I'm
gonna be-
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My
I'm saying you
dex
can use the
is-
16. What's your dex?
My modifier is +1, so it'd be 17.
So it'd be a 17 to hit, which is a hit. So you mark off your inventory -1 dagger, please, because you just threw your dagger at this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up afterwards though. How do I
Okay,
do this?
you fucking remember that, because I'm not.
Okay.
So for 2 damage. Very nice. You're throwing your dagger across the room. Anything else from you?
Saving
No,
throw.
that-
Well, it's
Saving throw,
still
yes.
Oh
plus
yeah, my
to
saving
the-
throw.
Oh, technically, yeah, you
Plus
would have had
dex.
disadvantage, so it would have been still a 17. You're fine. No, it would have been a 15, but you still hit.
But doesn't she get the +1 to the damage because the dex modifier?
3 damage.
Fine.
Well, it's 50% extra damage.
That's true. That is true. And you're definitely still frightened.
Dang it.
Siege.
Alright, that ends my turn.
Okay. Have I seen Tazros get back to his feet or?
He's not back to his feet.
Not-
He's still on the ground. He's still prone.
Right. Okay. But I saw what I've seen Snow cast healing word.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that's taken effect, and hope my colleagues are right. And he's going to stay hidden, and again use steady aim to try and correct the fact that his hands are shaking like crap, and fire his longbow at it.
That would be a miss.
That'll be a miss.
But plus,
I do indeed. That's a D6 or D4?
D4.
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 Scroll to win. Hey! 15!
That's a hit.
Okay, so 6 damage plus sneak. 17 total.
Nice.
Yeah!
Good hit. Sir Tristan.
Thank you,
I like that
Hosanna.
Hosanna is completely paralyzed but still helping the fight.
Yeah.
She's the best.
That's true.
Oh,
If paralysis
before my
prevented
turn finishes.
concentration, we'd be screwed.
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think you can still concentrate. I mean, you've nothing else to do. You're just concentrating on it. Like, oh my god. That's you, Sir Tristan. Although, I just had a quick look. Paralysis does include incapacitated. I'm just looking at the rules. Yeah, so paralyzed makes the character incapacitated and would instantly end concentration.
Cal, why'd you bring it up?
That means also the rage would
in
enter.
fairness, Bless only lasts 10 rounds anyway, so we're coming to the end of it.
So no more bless. You can have what you've had now. You consider that good luck. And my failure to realise the rules. Although I will start taking damage off of people unless Siege does 10 press-ups for that. It's a party error, but Siege, you're getting punished.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Technically, I committed no party errors, so it should be 15.
Sir Tristan, it's your turn.
Yeah, I dealt 6 damage to it.
Yes, you did. Sorry, I was busy looking up rules.
Busy dealing with the people doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Busy dealing with cheaters.
He's a newbie.
Harzana, your turn. You are still frightened, or paralyzed. Sorry.
Paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah. It's its turn, and seeing Tazros on the floor, looking up at him, still alive, he is going to turn and attempt to try and hit you on the ground. So you're prone, I believe he has advantage. Yes,
Yep.
he does.
Advantage on melee attacks.
So that's a 15 to hit. Is that a hit?
Yeah, because armor class 15.
Yeah, for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'm down.
And then he's going to hit you again.
Okay.
So 23 to hit. It doesn't matter how much damage, but it's
and it's
an automatic crit.
also
So
crit, right?
yes,
Anyway?
that means it's 2 automatic death fails.
Yes. How much was the damage he took on the second hit?
16 on the second hit. But the damage doesn't matter because you're already on 0. What really matters is now you're on 2 death fails, and it's your turn.
Yeah, I was more like worried about the HP it took off the second hit.
Yeah, no, you're nowhere near that.
Okay.
But just so we're clear, it's your turn.
It's
You
my
have,
turn
you have
now.
2 death fails. You're now 50-50 from character death.
Mhm.
No,
That's all.
I healed him, so it goes back to 0, right?
So the first hit took him to
Yeah.
0. The second hit, because he was already down, is an automatic crit, which is 2 failed saves.
No.
Okay, here we go. Pressing the button right now. Nope.
No, are you serious?
So this thing just punched Tazros, and then Tazros has just... and the life drains from Tazros' limp body.
I love the way it says, Tazros Ungart has died with 3 death save failures! Exclamation mark! Like, not even full
fuck,
stop!
are you
Exclamation
kidding me?
mark!
There's no way we can help him.
He is dead right now.
Unless you have a wish spell within the last minute or something.
No, I don't.
No.
Alright, yeah,
No,
maybe we're casting 8th level spells just real quick.
Wrath, go to your one lady and see if she'll give you a potion.
I don't control it.
Snow, it's your turn.
What the fuck? Alright, let me see what I have. Fuck it, I'll just use Shatter. Harzana, cover your ears! And then I'm gonna cast Shatter. Oh wait, Tazros is dead. Where are you at, Tristan? You're right here, right?
Yep.
So I missed you? Because I can't see your token.
Yeah, you missed me.
Okay, so if that misses him, I'll cast Shatter.
So he passes his con save, so I believe it's half damage, yeah?
Yeah, so is that the damage there, the 14?
Yeah, so he would take
okay, 17.
7 damage.
And then on my bonus actions, is anyone else dying?
The way we're
I
rolling
don't
on
think
this thing, we're probably not going to survive it. TPK inbound.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything else I can do, so I'll end my turn.
One thing you need to do.
Do your save.
What?
See if you're still
Oh, my
free.
save, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that.
Not that it matters.
Kidding.
Siege. Your
So-
comrade's limp body lies in the 1.5 to 2 inch deep pool of offal around him. The smell is strong, and the light is gone from his eyes. He is just another body lying in front of you.
If I'm frightened, I can't move towards him, can I?
That's correct.
Fuck. Because normally Siege, like seeing this, would have run over and just like gone batshit with his rapier, but he can't even do that. He can't even like step over his friend's body and avenge him. This sucks, man. Siege is going to ring out, and instead of using his bow, he's going to use Toll the Dead. So I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom save.
Bold, given the wisdom this creature has already shown.
Yeah, Siege isn't thinking clearly at this point. His friend's just died.
He rolled a 12.
Okay, so damn it, the fucking DC's 12.
He's got +6 to wisdom, to be fair. He's quite wise.
So yeah, that doesn't do anything. So Siege will use bonus action hide.
Yes, you are hidden. Sir Tristan, you too have just seen your comrade felled before you.
I mean, I'm still fairly healthy, so if it looks like I'm gonna die, I am gonna collapse this entire sewer. But it does not yet look like I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna. Well, firstly, I'm gonna second wind because I haven't today. Oh, for fuck's sake! That was much more than I actually needed. So I am at full health with an additional that gets lost, and then I'm gonna whack this guy.
Nice.
Another 10.
22 definitely hits. 10 damage is definitely damage. So you swing Rockbreaker around. Do you shout in anguish at the fact that Tazros has died, or is this just business as usual?
No, it's business as usual, and I'm still covered in shit. So
You are still covered in shit, yeah. Harzana.
You know, it'd be really nice if I could cast Lesser Illustration on myself.
You're still paralyzed. You've spent a lot of this combat paralyzed. I'm sorry, that's not very fun gameplay, but roll better.
Look, you say that now. Tazros is dead, and you're like, I'm sorry you've been paralyzed, person that's still alive.
I got +5 to wisdom saves and I still fail.
Yeah. So it's going to turn and try and hit you, Sir Tristan. It's going to try and hit you first time. 26 to hit, 14 bludgeoning.
Yeah, becomes 11.
And then a 10 to hit, so it's a miss.
Miss.
Snow. Since Tazros is dead.
Alright. So seeing Tazros still dead, I cast Shatter again.
Still dead.
I hold my paws over Harzana's ears so that she doesn't get deafened.
Ooh, nice roll. Let's see how he does in his con save. He gets a 15.
I love that you're targeting it on the
Oh.
corpse of Tazros as well.
Yeah.
It's the shattering explosive corpse of the dwarf.
Is he still carrying dynamite sticks?
No, thank God, he's his last one.
Yeah, he passes, so half of 17,
Throw dynamite at him.
which I believe
Be
would be
8?
8. Yeah. So he's looking like pretty beaten up at this point. Siege, you're hidden.
Yeah, but I still don't get advantage, because it's just be a straight roll, which sucks. Can I hang on? Would it work that? Okay, I'm currently hidden, so that cancels out the disadvantage from frightened. If I then use steady aim, does that give me advantage? Does that work like that or not?
Say once again.
So I'm hidden, so that would normally give me advantage on the attack roll, but I'm
Yep.
frightened, so it doesn't, so it's a straight roll. If I use steady aim, will that then give me advantage?
I don't believe they stack.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was the case, so I thought I'd ask anyway. Okay, so yeah.
I mean, since you also get advantage of the non-concentrating bless for a while, we're definitely saying they don't stack for sure.
I did my push-ups to count for that. All right, I paid my price. Okay, so Siege is going to be he's frightened. His friend's just died. His head's all over the place. So this is gonna actually 14 hit. No.
14 hits. Yeah.
Okay, 14. So that's 19 damage plus my sneak.
It's not
so
19. It's only
additional-
11. It's only 11.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, apologies. So 11 plus 7. So yeah, 18.
Okay.
God damn it, that'd have been amazing.
Sir Tristan. Anything else from you? Sorry, Siege.
Oh yeah, wisdom saving throw 2 secs. Nope. This is so good. This sucks.
Should you also have to do push-ups if you roll crits that you can't use?
No, fuck off.
Sir Tristan.
Yeah.
13 hits.
Oh, but 8 then.
Nice. So you swing Rockbreaker over the body of your dead friend, and the blade bites in just like it normally does. But this time you feel like a crunch. Is it like it severs the spine or something? And the body of this thing like almost is knocked against the wall next to you, and bounces to the floor next to Tazros. As the light drains from its eyes, and you see it scrambling, trying to grab the locket in its hand, and you hear it very quietly, like calling Camry, and you hear like a quiet sobbing as like it's just slowly dies.
Seeing Sir Tristan smash it to one side, Siege is gonna run over the Taz and just like see what's going on with his friend because he doesn't know he's probably dead.
Yeah, so you run over and the Tazros' limp body is like you grab it and it's like flopping around. He's clean, having been cleaned. He's still got like a sort of a blank look on his face, much like he did most of the day. But he doesn't
slap him really hard and yell out, "Taz!"
He does
Cast
not.
Healing Word on Taz.
So the slapping doesn't seem to have any effect. You cast Healing Word and you feel the magic like just it's like pushing back. It's normally when you do this, you feel the magic like going into your target. You feel it being absorbed, but it's like casting it on like a tree stump or a stone wall. It's just not.
Fucking rip, dude.
I'm still paralyzed.
You're not paralyzed anymore. No, anyone who's under any effects when it died, you're no longer under those effects.
I grabbed the pendant from its dying hands.
Yeah. So when you do so, you see that it has a matching pendant around its neck.
I take that pendant too.
And then Siege is gonna go over and stamp on its head.
Yeah, you can do so.
He's going to keep doing it until the head is just like this gory paste of skull fragments and bone and blood on the floor.
Yeah, that doesn't take too long. It seems like the body is already like under some sort of like rapid degeneration.
Is there signs of a baby from the body or anywhere else in this room?
Give me an investigation.
Nine.
So you don't find any signs of a baby in this room.
Okay.
Siege is gonna just sink to his knees, just in the blood and the shit, just not caring at this point. And then his practicality is going to take over. He's going to loot both corpses.
At the very least,
No.
we should take both necklaces back to the guy that gave us the first one.
Yeah, Snow takes the her dagger back. Guys, we should take Tazros' body and maybe go have like a nice happy funeral for him.
So
Lots of ale.
when you're looting the body of the creature that you just fought, you find a dagger in its like on its hip. The dagger has blood on it, and like turning the corpse over, looking for like other bits and pieces of value. You see that the skin around the neck is open. It's cut. His neck is his throat has clearly been slashed. like wide. Like that's not a survivable cut.
A cut from like Sir Tristan, or
No, it's not
Yeah,
like
how
a
do we
fresh
distinguish
cut.
it?
It's not not a fresh cut.
oh,
Mine were the big strong cuts.
I point that out to the rest of the party.
Something's been down here and attacked it in the past. Something has driven this thing to madness.
Maybe the cultist did it. Like the undead Cindy in mine.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, lass.
And also, when you are turning over, going through the last pockets, you find 24 gold pieces and a small piece of parchment.
What's the parchment say?
So it's like the handwriting is poor. It's obviously been like scrawled down. It's not been like someone's taken a nice time to sit and write something that's been scrawled. And after reading it, it becomes clear that what you're reading is a suicide note. And it's signed from Ardan. And it goes on about how he did everything he could to try and save his son, but he believed the wrong people. He pushed away those that loved him, and he is sorry. And if he could take it back and save his son, he would. The Order lied to him. They took everything from him. He has nothing left. And then just an apology, and then he signed his name Ardan.
We must do what we can to end this order.
Yeah, we've got to get this back to his father, though. It's going to be horrible, but he has to know. And this won't be the first time I've...
That's true.
Sorry, a second.
He deserves to know the truth.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Right, okay.
Maybe we should bring the body back to him as well.
The body's in an awful state. I don't think...
The body's now missing a head.
Yeah, I've just crushed the head of it, so yeah, my bad.
Did you?
We can take
Did
the
you-
pendant.
Yeah, take the pendant, take the notes. Is there anything else on the body that would identify it as Arden? Is there any rings or anything, any signets?
I mean, when looking around, you see he's like wearing robes that match these of the Order that you've heard, with this sort of inverted church symbol on it. They're like tattered, they're dirty. He doesn't have any other real belongings other than that pouch with 24 gold that you found.
Okay. I'm gonna drag Taz's body, out of the muck, up onto the raised walkway.
What did you loot from Taz?
No idea yet. Taz, what did I loot for your body?
Can we not loot Taz?
I mean,
I'm gonna waste useful supplies.
lass.
Well,
He's gone.
sometimes some people deserve respect when burying their stuff, so we can leave his property on him and maybe just take like memento tokens or some shit.
We'll bury
You,
him with his
Tristan,
axe.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can take his axe, but Tristan clearly doesn't want the gold. We
Yeah,
can leave
well-
his clothes on him.
We're not gonna strip him naked. Like, we'll
we
take the
want
gold
the
and whatever's
supplies.
useful.
The torches,
then-
the pitons, the rations, etc., etc.
Yeah,
The
we
backpack.
have to be practical, but yeah, we'll bury him. We'll leave his axe with him, and hopefully nothing will bring him back to life as some kind of ghouly creature that's going to haunt the rest of us for the rest of our lives.
Are you
Well,
saying
we
we
should-
should cut his head off?
No.
We should take him to a church and have a proper funeral.
I don't know if he'd want that, but I mean, we can certainly try. I mean, he's a dwarf.
Or if we
Like,
can afford that?
Well, if we could afford anything, we could afford resurrection spells, but I don't think we can afford that.
let's get his body out of here. We've got everything we can off Ardan's corpse. And yeah, I'll drag Taz behind me because I'm not going to be able to lift him because he's a stocky bugger.
I probably can lift it, so I will.
Yeah, but I don't trust you with my friend's body.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but it's the fastest way we're getting out of it.
Yeah, well, you go on ahead if you want.
So where I mean, let me just end the combat encounter. Where are you? What are you doing now? You're in this this sewer. You've got a dead body with you. You've got another mangled dead body with a head squished in. What are you wanting to do right this very second?
There's an exit that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get Taz's body out of the sewer. I'm sorry if that ruins your carefully planned encounter, but that's what I want to do.
No such thing as a carefully planned encounter.
The carefully planned encounter is where we go up the ladder. So.
Oh god, yeah.
And then the Imperial Guard is asking us why we're carrying around the corpse of a dwarf out of a sewer.
Yeah, how do we prove that he's our friend?
That's a good point, Lassie. Well, how about this? We'll drag him up to the building, and then instead of trying to bury him, we'll burn his corpse like a Viking funeral. He liked that. Vikings are crazy and have lots of beer, so...
That'd be like
I
a
don't
mitzvah
mean-
funeral.
We can just show them,
This
Haven't
seems like a
done, yeah.
good compromise.
but yes, burning him might actually be what you want.
Something
Fire
simple.
and lots
All
of
three
ale.
like equals.
Okay, right. Dragging a corpse through the streets of the city is going to be a bad idea. That's going to get us all locked up, regardless of what we say. Let's get his body out of this muck, because I'm not leaving him lying here. He was our friend. And we'll find somewhere suitable that's not going to burn the entire city down to set his body on fire and send his spirit up. Or down. I don't know what dwarves believe in.
I mean, the building above us is already mostly burnt out.
This is what I'm thinking.
That's probably a safe place to do
Yeah.
another small burn.
Yeah, as long as we contain the fire, don't let it spread to the rest of the city. I agree with that. Snow?
Yeah, but where are we gonna get all the ale for the fire?
Fuck off with the rats! He just starts gnawing on the corpse. Get away, you little... Well, we can... You're such a dick.
Shall,
Well,
shall
no
I
one's
go
gonna...
and check what's up the other ladder.
I mean, yeah, by all means, go and check what's up the other ladder.
I'll go with you, Harzana.
Yeah, I'll start dragging the corpse that way.
Okay.
So if you could move the body slightly behind me, that'd be great. Thanks, mate. I'll wait at the bottom of the stairs to find out what happens when they go up the stairs. Or
Okay.
the ladder, whatever it is.
So, this ladder, who's climbing it?
I will. I want
Okay.
very much out of this.
Okay, so you climb up into the darkness of this tunnel, and it's quite difficult to see because now the light coming from below you is obscured by your sheer bulk as you're squeezing up through this tunnel, and you get to the point where the ladder stops, and above you is rock.
That's not helpful. I will report that back to the people below me. The ladder doesn't appear to take us anywhere. Is there space for me to... Does the rock come to the top of the ladder? Or is it-
Yeah, it's like the tunnel is going up to like a rock stopper.
Okay. So I could smash those rocks, but then they would just fall down towards us. So that's not that useful. Yeah, I'll
Let's
pass that
take
back
the other
on.
way.
Exactly. So we're going to walk back then, yeah?
Yeah, we'll head back through the tunnels that we found and drag Taz's body. I'll to get Taz like up the tunnel, like the metal rungs, I'll tie like a rope underneath his armpits and drag him up. Not particularly dignified, but he's dead, so. I saw a white creature there. I was just like, not another one. Then realized it was Snow.
Yeah, I'm calling out behind me as I'm going that it's clear and whatnot.
It's annoying because like I really wanted to go and loot like the areas over here, or have a look at the areas over here and find out what was going on over here. But I'm not going to bother now because like Siege has got other things on his mind.
You can always come back.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, shortcut. Excellent work.
Okay, so you've reached back to where you started. The ladder from the burned out building. You want to climb up that one?
Yeah, kind of climb up there, and then I'm gonna drag Taz's body up behind me.
Yep, you can do that. That's no problem.
Okay.
So you all climb up back into this burned out abandoned building. And with a bit of effort, he's dense. He's not necessarily big, but he's dense. Probably wouldn't float. But you loop some rope round under his arms, and you manage to raise the limp, still not stiffened up corpse of Tazros through the tunnel and up onto the floor of this abandoned, burned out building. In the light coming through, he looks even more dead than he did before. His features are limp. His body is still floppy at this point, and he's just lying there. His eyes are like half open on the floor.
Alright. I'm gonna drag him into a room away from the trapdoor. And just like any room, that doesn't really matter particularly. And going to take any useful possessions, but leave him clothed, leave him with his axe put it on his chest. And I'm going to place a gold piece on each eye from the loot from the pouch that I found.
Okay.
And then I'm
go and get some ale.
Yeah. I found a pouch of gold. We'll go and buy as much ale as we can, and much good quality dwarven ale. And then we'll come back and we'll say our goodbyes. Would you mind, Hazana, I'm sorry to ask of you, cleaning us up, because we all look like absolute awful messes right now and we stink. Could you clean us up as best we can before we go out? Thank you.
I was about to suggest that as well.
Yeah, can we see any kind of rivers or bodies of water from where we are?
Not in this town, not from where you are. You're in a little alley. There's a little tavern at the end of the road, which is called the Lord Kedar.
How are you spelling Urium, sorry?
The same way they do it in EVE Online, however that's spelled.
Okay. It is still maybe left.
Uriam. So it's called. It's a pub. It's a tavern. It's called the Lord Kedar. It's got like blue adornments all over it, and a bunch of Amara signals. And you see like a bunch of like sort of portraits of Amarian lords, but no mention of Empress Katiz.
Okay, so to cut things short, I guess we get as clean as we can, and then wander into the tavern and see how much ale we can buy for 22 gold.
And also check if they have baths.
Yeah. Because we are right.
Because me and you are not good.
So
Yeah.
I mean, if Harzana is wanting to do the what's it called?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, then
I'm
she
doing that.
she can clean you up, no problem. And then if you head into the Lord of Kedar, then I mean, that's quite a lot of money they're just splashing around there.
Yep.
So you can get a gallon of ale in this place. It's slightly up.
Ale second, baths first.
Baths are available. They don't have overnight accommodation, but you can use their bathing facilities. It is 5 silver pieces a person to use the facilities, and ale is 4 silver pieces a gallon.
Okay. Does anyone want a bath before we head back and say goodbye to Taz?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get all dressed up.
Yeah. Okay.
How many gallons does Taz weigh?
Let's find out.
Dwygon, how much did Taz weigh?
In gallons, preferably.
So a gallon is 8.33 pounds of water. But ale and water are very similar. Tazworth is probably like 250, something like that, right?
Yeah.
8.33. So Taz would weigh approximately 30 gallons.
Okay.
So 30 times.
That's a lot of ale.
Yeah, that's 120 silver pieces, which I believe is 12 gold
12
pieces.
gold. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Then yeah. So we will buy 30 gallons of dwarven ale if they have that quantity.
Oh, sorry. How much are you looking for?
It's
You
to say
just
goodbye
know-
to a friend.
You just
Like-
know we're going to water it down, and then when we try and burn him, he's not going to go
That's not what's going to happen. I've got a plan.
up.
30 gallons? Did you say 30 gallons?
If you have it, it's a special dwarf funeral that we've got to attend.
Don't tell them funeral.
Well, they don't know what he is.
I mean, I mean, one barrel is 31.5 apparently, according to this friend I know called Google.
Okay. Well,
I could
Why sage Google?
Well-
my ancient sage Google. I could say I guess I could just sell you the whole barrel. I guess.
how much is a barrel of ale?
12 gold. Yeah, I guess.
That's fine. Slam it down. And we'd all like baths, please. So that's another 2 gold total. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so-
14 gold. The guy seems very confused about what's going on right now.
Yeah. Here's 14 gold pieces. Thank you.
He's like, well, I mean, I can't move it, but if he points the barrel that's sort of at the side, he's like, but you can have that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
deal
do
with
it.
it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
It's like an Eve meat and a Weatherspoons.
It's not wrong. Pause fuel. Yeah, okay, so we'll go get baths. Bathed, bathed, whatever.
After we get baths, too, Snow's gonna help everyone dress up a little more with minor illusion to give us like makeup or something cute.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, no problem. So you can all have
Or make
baths,
our
no
clothes
issues.
appear
Yeah,
black.
no problems for baths. The barkeep seemed a little bit like puzzled about what's going on. That you're all coming in buying, like, you know, a barrel of ale and having baths and then leaving again. But he seems happy about the business, so.
Well, he would be, wouldn't he? He just
Yeah.
got paid 14 gold by a bunch of random strangers.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we've had our baths, we're clean. Snow's made us all look like black and somber. Hazana, Tristan, do you guys want to do anything?
Sorry?
Do you want to do anything before we leave the tavern?
No, I'm all good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, then myself and Tristan will roll the barrel back to the house.
Yep, you can do that. A few people glance at you as you're like rolling this barrel along the street, but they're just sort of like, I mean, I guess.
Okay, so we're not gonna be able to lift it through the trapdoor, so we'll just break open a couple more of the barriers of the planks of wood.
Mhm.
Roll it through there, and then gonna stand it upright in the room, and open the tap on it. Make sure everyone's got a mug of ale, and then cover Taz's body in a flask of oil from my equipment.
Mhm.
because ale doesn't burn very well. And say to Taz, the best dwarf and best friend I've ever had.
To Taz, may he drink plenty of dwarven ale in the great beyond.
Hazana, would you do the honors, please?
Well, I didn't know him much, but he was an honorable man. Could always count on his words. And seeing him go down like that, he deserved more.
So night.
He may not have been a wise man. He may not have been a smart man. However, none can question this half-man's bravery or resilience. May the goddess speed you to eternal war.
Well said, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. And I will use Mage Hand plus my tinderbox to light his corpse.
So the flames take with the oil you poured on it, and they lap up over the body quite quickly. The wood around it is almost turned to charcoal at this point, and it starts to catch as well. And the within like 30-40 seconds, like the room itself is starting to like catch up, and the smoke is kind of billowing up through the holes in the roof, as you have to sort of back away because the heat is intense as the flames consume Tazros's body rapidly. The flames are so intense they force you to back out of the room, and I mean you're now in a burning building, so the wise people amongst you would probably want to leave the building.
To Taz, I'll down it and leave.
Yeah.
Yes,
Finish my drink and leave.
So just across from the burning building is a shop, and it says on it, "Resurrections, 5 gold pieces."
Fuck you!
Special students, 12 gold.
Body required.
Must be whole.
Yeah. No, that doesn't happen. But that's a good place to leave it as any. So thank you everyone for sticking by, especially with a couple of technical issues at the start. So I hope you enjoyed it. 07 to Tazros, who was a solid compatriot to the team. He really
Classic Taz, you muted, mate. You muted.
Yeah, I know. I had to do it.
Perfect ending.
do I go? Do you have
I
any
hope you're,
last words for Tazros?
May he drink forever ale.
Oh,
May he drink forever ale.
I
Awesome.
hope you like the send off.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and we will.
Not many people get to attend their own funeral.
Exactly. We will sign off with a touching funeral for our friend the dwarf Tazros. 07.